You look amazing. Thank you.
I cried at your letter.
I didn't read yours yet. I
Okay.
couldn't.
Love you.
Love you.
In 2018, Craig and I were living together on Hanover Street in Boston's North End. We spent most of our nights out together, but on a chilly Saturday night in March, Craig opted out of his free ticket to the Hockey East Finals and instead went out with others. If you know Craig, you know he is not one to turn down a discount, let alone free anything. But that night in March of 2018 was different. It was St. Patrick's Day, and it was the night Alexandra and Craig met for the first time. I can still picture the smile on Craig's face when we met back up at the apartment that night. Something had changed. It was a different kind of smile. This was a smile that emanated happiness. It was the smile of someone who felt like he had met or was himself St. Patrick on that very specific Saturday in March. Across cultures, generations, and belief systems, the ceremony of marriage remains a shared thread, an act of love witnessed, celebrated, and affirmed by a community. And when you really think about it, it's very weird, right? You're standing up here, expensive outfits, flowers, being stared at by pretty much everyone who's meant anything to you for the past 30 years. We have hundreds of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as one so significant, we acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others. So why this moment? Because in the beauty of all these traditions and formats, one thing is clear. Love is what we share. Love is the great unifier in our one universal truth. That no matter who we are, where we've come from, we know this one thing. Love is what we're doing right. That is why you are both standing here today. Love is life's luxury. I saw that firsthand when these two came to visit me in Africa, not for luxury, but for connection. During our nearly 2 weeks crisscrossing the continent, we navigated protesters just to get a burger. We toasted to each other in the mountains of Stellenbosch. We drove ATVs to where the desert meets the sea. We embraced under the mists of the world's largest waterfall. And I watched as these two planned this day on a rooftop in the capital of Namibia. A few days before that rooftop wedding planning, we were in a taxi driving along the coast between the crashing waves and the eerie silence of the desert. After we dropped off a surfer named Skeeter, it was just the three of us, with these two quietly dozing in the back seat. The driver had my ear. He spoke about his admiration of American culture, but he was shocked at how fast-paced our lives are here. Through his best attempts at speaking English, swerving potholes and waving to locals, his anecdote came through. He was speaking about the rhythm of life, how easy it is to rush through it, how we miss the magic of ordinary moments in the pursuit of something we think is bigger. Little did that driver know, the two in the back seat, the same two in front of us all here today, are not like that. Because what Alexandra and Craig have built isn't rushed, it's full of pauses, meaningful ones. That's what sets them apart. Alexandra and Craig don't just make time, they prioritize it. For themselves, for each other, and for the people they love. They are not chasing, they are arriving again and again for each other and for the moments that matter most. In a world that tells us to keep moving, their relationship reminds us that the strongest things are grown slowly, with care, and with purpose. And their union provides us an example we can look to. We may not believe in the little green leprechauns of St. Patrick's Day, or that getting married on a Friday is bad luck, or that Craigslist is where you go to retire. All of us here today know how lucky we are that both of you met that night. And I know neither of you would trade the love you have for each other for any pot of gold.
Scared to give away. someone is you.
So now is going to be the couple things why I think they're a good fit and a keeper. Well, one was the hiding candies for her when she was going for her master's. So, Andrew, you took that one. Thank you. I can scratch that one off. Just jotting down all the likes and dislikes from early on in the dating. So you hit that spot on. I had a lot of laughter at some of the ones with the Hawaiian shirt, which wasn't on my list. I wouldn't be that crude, but you were, and it was good. So, love you both. Excited to have the Davis family.
Greg and Alexandra, we've had plenty of good old days together. Today might be the best, but many, many more are to come. It is my true honor to say, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.